Hello guys, Vengeancer here, another BDO video. Yesterday's video didn't go so well, we didn't make any progress really. I mean, we grinded for about an hour on Arsha at Blood Wolves, but I didn't get any of the drops I was looking for. I was looking for a Spectre's Energy still, and I was also hoping maybe we'd get lucky with the potion piece drop, but that didn't happen either. So I'm going to chill a little bit today. I'm going to do some milk gathering. Now, there's a couple places you can do that. I like to do it here at Fairy's Dirt Farm outside of Calpheon, but there's also a farm up here. Casta Farm. There's another dairy farm near Olvia up here. I don't remember which one it is, if it's Casta or Whale, or just outside there, but that's the other spot to do it. Now, there's a couple ways you can get milk in BDO. You can trade in byproducts from cooking to get it, which I think I got some in here that... Yep. So you can exchange 10 of these witches delicacies for 120 milk. I don't ever do that, I always do contribution XP. So that's one way you can do it. You can also, I think there's daily quests where you can get a little bit of milk too. It may be from this guy.
Would you like a cup of milk? Or would you like to milk it yourself?
You get 3 milk. So it's just a repeatable quest. You get a few little milk out of it, plus you're going to be milking cows anyway, so it's kind of just one of those things. But you can come here and milk, or you can raise the haystacks in your farm. And then if you raise a special haystack and you breed it, it will turn into a magical one. They take up quite a bit of space in the garden, but whenever you harvest them, they will give you milk and sometimes meat and hide. So there's that way. I prefer to do it this way instead of taking up farm space milking cows. I know the fiance always used to grow haystacks. She made pretty good money doing it, but that's one thing she liked to do. Now, the only bad thing about milking the cows this way, mastery doesn't matter. I have my gathering clothes on. It's just kind of a habit and everything, but mastery level matters. So if you're like Goober, you're going to do better than if you're master. But the actual gathering doesn't matter. Now, if you are growing them in the farming, like in your farm, your farming mastery will pertain to it. But all it's going to do is right there, increase speeds for harvest, plant breeding, pruning, and killing pests, and reduce the energy consumption that's required for that stuff. That's it. So you're not going to gain any extra by having higher mastery. So for these, you just come to these NPC cows here, hit your R button, and then you have a mini game. You got 30 seconds. So you hold on one and see you fail if you run that side out. So you can't run either side out. So you alternate left and right, and you don't want to run it completely out on either side, because if you do, you fail. And you have to fill the bottle before 30 seconds is up. And that's pretty much all there is to it. And I got 40 milk in that small amount of time. But this takes more energy. As you can see, each one takes like, I think it's 10. But you're getting 40 something, at least I do, whenever I do it. So I'm at 439 energy right now. Yeah, it takes 10 every time. But yeah, you can see I'm getting around 40 or 42 milk per go. So that's what I'm going to do today. This is probably going to be a short video. I'm going to run through my energy real quick. Probably down to... Now these 2 cows, you can't do that too. They do have a cooldown as well. But I kind of just treat this like a grinding and just go in a rotation around the farm. And by the time you get done with all the cows, the first one should be ready to go again. I mean, there's like 10 of them here, so. I don't know if completing it faster gives you more milk or not. But we're already at 300. It's not bad, and the reason I am gathering milk is because milk is going to be one of those. It's a finite ingredient that you're going to need for the Balanos meals, for the Guru turn-ins. So I'm still I am using my energy, but I'm also trying to gear using it to still gain ingredients that are going to feed into my ways of making money later on. Because I don't feel like cooking right now, so I want to gather ingredients that I'm going to use later on. And you can do this for profit too. I mean, you can do this and then sell the milk. The milk goes for quite a bit, which I think is what the fiance would always do. She would guard the haystacks, sell off the extra haystacks, replant them, and then harvest and get a ton of milk out of it too. But she had like a whole system going where she had a bunch of farms full of haystacks, the magical ones, and she would just crank out the milk in the haystacks. And you get the meat from it too, the meat and the hide as well, some. So if you're like hardcore into farming and you just want to kind of sit outside the safe zone in whatever hub city you're located at and just tend to your farms, well, haystacks are another good one. And I'll open up the shop here in a bit and look at what milk is going for and how many orders there are, because milk's always on back order. It is always on back order. Guess I'll do this one. Last video and this video, I've got the music turned down a bit, so you have to leave me some feedback to tell me if it's better or worse than before. I do kind of play test the videos, but I don't sit and fully watch them, so if there's spots where the audio is off or the music is over top of the audio, I wouldn't know because I don't watch them beginning to end. Also, if you have quite a bit of energy like I do, 400 plus, I think 600 and something is max, but if you have 450 or higher, it takes a while to do that, but this eats through it pretty quick. You don't have to do this too many times and you're going to be running out of energy. Now for me, this is probably going to be a pretty short video because I'm not going to run myself completely out of energy in case I need to do some like trading or something and I need the energy. So I only will run myself down to a little bit less than 100 and I keep the last 70 or 80. Just as a fallback. Being that I am not leaving my game on 24/7, my energy doesn't come back as fast as it should, so I have to keep a little bit in reserve. Especially to do these gathering videos. I think we've only been at this about About 10 minutes. So the time does go by pretty quick when you're doing this. But we're at 1174. Not bad. Alright, so I'm going to use about 100 more energy, so we're going to do this about 10 more times, and then I'm going to check out the market and go over why I'm gathering milk with the recipes and stuff. Granted, 1,000 milk might not seem like much, but milk goes quite a ways, because whenever you use it, you never really ever just using raw milk. You're processing it down, and then you're also cooking it down. So by the time you're using it, it's went through 2 of your life skill masteries most of the time. So if you have high mastery in processing and high mastery in cooking, you're going to get a whole lot more value out of your milk than just the 1,000. Because say you're going to use it for cheese, you're going to dry it, I think is how you do that. So it's going through your processing mastery, and then if you take that cheese and cook it into something, then after you've doubled it or tripled it or 2.5'd it, whatever the ratio is for 1 to 2.5 for your mastery, I think it's usually 1 to 2.5, depending on what your mastery is. But you've pushed it, so you've taken 1 milk, turned it into 2 or 3 or 2.5, whatever, through processing, and then you're going to take a recipe that calls for cheese. So instead of having just raw milk, you got a couple of cheese out of that 1 milk, and then you're going to take that 1 cheese and cook something, and then you're going to get multiples from that recipe too. So you turn 1 milk into essentially double, triple, quadruple, even more. At least that's my thought process. Alright, so I'm going to do this a couple more times, and then I'm going to look up some recipes and go over them, and then this is going to be a short video. Doing milk gathering is always shorter, just because it takes up a block of 10 energy. Now that's the other thing that the farming also has an advantage, because I don't think it takes that many, I don't think it takes nearly as much energy to do the haystacks. I know the other plants and stuff take like 1 energy whenever you gather them. Alright, 1 more, and then I'm going to call it, because I need the last 50 or 60 energy as a fallback. So if you have a bunch of farms opened up, definitely look into the haystacks. Alright, so I went from 460, so I used about 400 energy, which would be about 40 gathers, and I got 1774 on milk. If you want to do just for profit, they are always maxed out in price, and there's 394,503 orders on the highest price. The rest, yeah, of course, you know, there's thousands and thousands all the way down, but max price, there, it's always sold out because a lot of people use it to cook. Now, the reason I am gathering it, and the reason I will not sell it, is for the Balanos meal. And you can take the Balanos meal and make a Guru cooking box, and it can be sold to the Imperial Delivery. Now you're going to have to make 24 Balanos meals into a Guru box. So there is that. But you get a lot of money out of these Guru cooking boxes. So the Balanos meal is why I need it. Stir-fried veggies, you don't need it for. Meat croquette, you do need it for. You need the cheese. 1 milk per cheese, which if you have high processing, the drying mastery is going to kick in, so you'll get quite a bit more. But you need 2 cheese per meat croquette. And then you're also going to need it for the cheese gratin. You need multiple cheeses here. So all you gotta do is dry the milk. And then for grilled sausage, I don't think you need that. Nope. But I think you need it for... No, you don't. So you're gonna need cheese for the Balanos meal. You're gonna need 3 for the cheese gratin. And you're gonna need 2 for meat croquette. So both of those, you're gonna need 5 cheese. 5 cheese per Balanos meal. And then, you know, you got your other stuff that you're gonna need. But that is how it goes. That is why I gather it, because I am funneling into the Balanos meal, and the Balanos meals, you don't have to craft the Balanos meals for the Guru boxes. You can do multiple things. Let me bring it back up. Guru cooking box. You can do any of these here. Any of these meals. It's just the Balanos meal is probably the easiest one. Because if you want to go and do a Medea meal that doesn't take as many, you got all kinds of other stuff. So you got to do exotic herbal wine, which you need a bunch of essence of liquor for. Lean meat salads, same thing. You're going to need a bunch of vinegar and then a bunch of dressing, which you need eggs for. Not too bad on those. You're still going to need grilled sausage. You're going to need oatmeal, which is going to take even more milk. And then you're going to need dark pudding, which is a pain in the butt, because you got to go gather a ton of pig blood. And you're going to need refined oatmeal, which is also... You get that by cooking oatmeal, and there's a chance of getting refined oatmeal. So you're going to need a ton of milk to do a Medea meal. It's a lot easier to do the Balanos meal out of this because you're going to need less milk. Milk is the bottleneck on the Imperial cookings, 100%. Come on. And then also you want to do your farms for the pepper, hot pepper, and onions, because you're going to need those for the Balanos meal too. So I got those set up, still growing. Haven't harvested them yet. They just now got ready right before I clicked record. But that is how you do it. Dump your energy into doing your farms for your pepper, hot pepper, and onions. And then dump the rest of your energy into meat gathering and milk gathering. And that should get you most of what you need to do the Balanos meals. But that is what my gathering is being funneled into. I am stockpiling a ton of resources while waiting on trade crates. So I'm splitting my time between funneling my gathering and farming into the Imperial delivery boxes while waiting on these trade crates to just craft themselves. You know, we got a ton of steel we got to go through, and then after that we got a ton more that we have to get processed down. So I'm splitting my time between processing, gathering, and waiting on that, and then grinding. I've been doing quite a bit, and then I am branching out into PvP because I need something to keep me interested besides just life skills and give me incentive as to what I need to spend, what do I need to spend my silver on if I'm not trying to upgrade gear. And if I don't have any incentive to upgrade my gear, which I don't, if I don't leave the safe zone, if I'm just gathering, there's no point. So getting into PvP and Red Battlefield and stuff gives me motivation to get my gear better. And I think very soon I'm going to have to do some of these rift bosses they're getting to the point where they need to be. They're giving away these event boss summon scrolls, which maybe I'll do those. I don't know, I still got so many of them to do. But that's all I got for today. It's just a short video on gathering some milk. And I'm going to go do my farms and then probably call it a night. Maybe do some Red Battlefield, I don't know, we'll see. But if you made it this far, hit like, leave me a comment if you got any other tips on milk gathering or just gathering in general. And got a self-promote, so hit subscribe if you're not subbed. It helps out the channel. And thanks for spending your time with me. I know it's a short one, but sometimes short is good. You drag on too long, you run out of stuff to say. So thanks for watching, and as always, until next time.